Please permit me to bring you a very simple topic in mathematics, and that is converting improper fractions to mixed numbers. As you can see on your screen, we're going to use two methods to try and do that. We'll try and simplify the topic as much as possible, just using two examples to explain what this topic is all about. So as you can see on the screen, 8 over 5 is definitely an improper fraction. We want to convert this improper fraction to a mixed number. What do? So let's first try and using long division to solve this simple problem. You know how to arrange the long division sign. What you are dividing will be inside the sign, and then the divisor, which is this 5, will be outside the sign. And then you are going to find out how many times 5 can go into 8. Please don't let this confuse you. That is very, very simple. Remember the example of multiples. So when we say how many times 5 can go into 8, we are just looking at the multiples of 5. That's 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 15, and so on and so forth. Now, in this list of multiples, where do we have 8? 8 is less than 10, and 8 is more than 5. So 5 can go into 8 only one time, because 5 times 2 is already 10. That is too much. So we're taking just 5 times 1. So we agreed that 5 can go into 8 just one time. And then you come back again. You multiply this 1 by 5. When 1 multiplies 5, you get 5. And you subtract what you have at the bottom from what you have at the top. So 8 minus 5, you get 3. Now, can 5 go into 3? No. 3 is definitely smaller than 5. So we are going to do something. When you have something like this, to convert it to a mixed number, what you have on top is the whole number. What you have here as the remainder is always the numerator of the new, and what you were using to divide is always the denominator of the that you want to get. I hope we get this concept. So we said this is the whole number, 1, and this is the numerator, which is 3, all over. This is the denominator, which is 5. So the mixed number that we're getting from this is 1, 3 over 5. That is the mixed number. Let's use another example to drive home this point. So we want to work this example again using the method of long division. We want to convert 22 divided by 7 to a mixed number. So you arrange it in the long division sign. You are using the 7 to divide the 22. When 7 divides 22, what do you get? Come and look at the multiples of 7. The multiples of 7 here are 7 times 1 is 7, 7 times 2 is 14, 7 times 3 21, 7 times 4 is 28. So this is the one that is closest. So 7 can go into 22. How many times? 3 times, because it is 7 times 3 that can give you 21. So 7 times 3 gives you 21. So that means 7 can go into 22 3 times. And then when you multiply this 3 by 7, you get 21. So what do? We subtract 22 minus 21. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 2 is 2. So 1 is the remainder. And remember what we said the last time. Once you get to this point, this will be the whole number. This will be the numerator, while this would be the denominator. So what are we getting? Very simple. The whole number is 3. For the fraction, the numerator is 1 all over 7. This is the denominator. So now we want to go back to these two examples that we worked using a different method. Whichever method is convenient for you, you can use either the method of long division or highest common multiple that we want to display now. This same example, 8 over 5, you want to use two fractions. And the two fractions you want to use are this. 8 can be split into two numbers. Make the first number to be divisible by 5, and it has to be the highest multiple of 5 that can go into it. So here we can split this number into 5 over 5 plus remainder 3 over 5. Do you agree? Yes, it's the same thing. When we have 5 over 5, it gives us 1 plus 3 over 5. Of course, there's nothing you can do to that 3 over 5. And this is the same thing as 1, 3 over 5, which is the same result that we got earlier. You can see that this method is very easy, but whichever method is convenient by you, please feel free to use any method that is convenient. So going back to our second example, we have, you will split 22 into two numbers, and the two numbers, they have to be divisible by 7 and take the highest factor. So how many times can 7 go into 22? We have 7 times 1, 7, 7 times 2, 14, 7 times 3, 21. So let's take that 21. That's 21 over 7, and the remainder will be 1 over 7. These two fractions, because they are fractions having the same, when you combine them, they will still give you 22 over 7. And this gives us simply 21 divided by 7 is 3 plus 1 over 7, which is the same thing as 3, 1 over 7. Compare, this is the same answer that we got earlier. So as you can see, this is how to convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. We call this a mixed number because it contains a whole number and a fraction. We're going through all of this because you are going to need these simple basic mathematical steps as we go along. Please watch the short video clip that follows on why we need these simple mathematical techniques as we are going on.
So to be successful in maths, start from the basics. So I encourage students to read to learn. Read it because it gives you joy. There are a lot of ways you can excel. You are going to study simultaneous equation, but you don't know how to simplify expressions. How would you be good in simultaneous equation? If you cannot simplify expressions and you are learning simultaneous equation, you are deceiving yourself. You can, please don't learn simultaneous equation if you have not learned simplifying expressions, collection of like terms, solving simple linear equations. The best way to learn maths is to start with the what? Basics.
If you watch this video to this extent, it means you are interested in my content. Please, what can you do for me? Share this video, comment on this video, follow my page. As you do this, more persons will come into contact with these videos, and our goal is to make learning as easy as possible. Also make it fun. Learning doesn't have to be complicated. On any subjects that we pick on, we are going to break it down to the simplest way that anybody, no matter your level of understanding, can follow, and you will be able to recall the things that you have learned before, be able to derive new techniques for helping your children to be able to remove that fear that is associated with mathematics. That is our goal. Bye for now. I will see you in my next video.